It's from Raeesah, and let me tell you that this is sent on a group chat where Mr. Nathan and Ms. Low are also present.
I understand.
And she says, "Hey guys, I just met with Pritam, Sylvia, and Faisal, and we spoke about the Muslim issues and the police accusation. I told them what I told you guys, and they've agreed that the best thing to do is to take the information to the grave. They also suggested that I write a statement to send out this evening." Now, I know you have not seen this message contemporaneously, meaning at that time, but now you've seen her recollection of the meeting that she sent out contemporaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Would this be accurate?
It would be highly inaccurate. It is a complete lie.
Let's break down this statement.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, there was a meeting on the 8th of August.
Absolutely.
Which ended shortly before this message was sent at 12:41 p.m., correct?
I would think so.
From your recollection?
Probably.
Okay. And she then steps out and she sends a message with 4 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
The first says, "I just met with Pritam, Sylvia, and Faisal." That's correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second is that we spoke about Muslim issues and a police accusation. That's also correct, right?
That is correct.
The third sentence, "I told them what I told you guys, and they've agreed that the best thing to do is to take the information to the grave." The second half of that sentence, you would disagree with, I assume.
Yeah, because I don't know what the first half of the sentence is, and the second half is a complete lie.
Okay. The third, the final sentence, they also suggested that I write a statement to send out this evening, is correct, right?
It is correct.
So, most of this message is correct, but her recollection of what she was told to do by the 3 of you as a result of the lie is inaccurate.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would go much further than inaccurate.
Okay. Can I ask you why you think Ms. Khan might lie like this, emerging from a meeting with you?
Okay. I know something which she revealed to the Workers' Party disciplinary panel on the 29th of November, which is quite telling to me. And she told the panel that she suffers from dissociation. Now, it was the first time I heard of it. I asked her what dissociation was. She said it's when I talk without thinking. And I asked her, don't you think that's dangerous for an MP? And she said yes. So I'm not bringing this up to suggest anything untoward. All I'm suggesting is it may be helpful for this committee to call for some psychiatric report or evaluation on Ms. Khan. I say that only with the knowledge of what she shared with me on the 29th of November. Could it be a lie to me? It's possible, but
yes,
if we're talking about culpability and how much and proportionality, I think it may be helpful.
Well,
But things do add up now as I, hear what was said in the papers and what representation she gave and what she shared with
you see, Mr. Singh,
committee.
Mr. Singh, this took place on the 8th of August.
Yes.
And I was very careful before I started this line of inquiry to ask you if you thought that there was anything untoward, unusual about Ms. Khan as a performance, as an MP.
No, that's not your question. If you check back, you asked me, that's earlier, but immediately before, you asked me what was my view of this
Yes, I did.
message.
But when I started this afternoon, after the break, I did ask you about her general performance, and I think you told me that there was nothing that came to your attention which suggested that there was anything unusual about her performance.
No, of course,
right?
Of course. But you're asking me about this particular message
yes,
now.
And yes, I am, but I'm now asking you to recall that I did start this afternoon's
I'm not disputing that.
Yes. And so your answer was that she was normal. She was nothing unusual
No,
that stood up.
Vis-a-vis what you asked me on the 27th, vis-a-vis that message of the 27th of September, that's my answer, yes.
And I also asked you about her performance generally.
There was nothing out of the ordinary to me.
Okay. So, I'm not sure it's fair to characterize what she told you on the 29th of
Chair,
October.
I seek your indulgence.
No, let me finish.
I think the question needs to be read out by Mr. Tong to me again, so I can be given a chance to explain why I answered it the way I did. Because it was an open-ended question, and you asked me why she would have said that.
Let me
and
finish.
I know certain facts that I know now, and I believe I'm entitled to share that.
Mr. Singh, let me finish. I asked you a question and I said, why it is you think she might lie? And you
Yes.
offered us what happened on 29th. And I'm
Indeed.
saying to you that in the context of the circumstances that I see, and I can't speak for my members, my colleagues on this committee, in the context of what I see, evidence that you have given,
Right.
I'm not sure that the event that you mentioned on the 29th of October, or November rather, I beg your pardon, is basis for us to call for a psychiatric assessment of Ms. Khan.
I can only.
I'm putting that across to you, and I don't think it is appropriate for us to have that debate now.
I'm not having a debate about it. I am just replying the question you.
And I really think it is quite inappropriate to bring that up and suggest for this committee to seek a psychiatric assessment of Ms. Khan.
Mr. Tong, you asked me for my view. I've given my view. What you decide is the committee's prerogative. I've just put my view across. I have this evidence.
I think
I know this knowledge. She told it to me,
Mr.
and I'm sharing
Singh,
it with the committee.
I think we know why you raised that suggestion, and I think it is not appropriate.
Mr. Tong, I have notes. What you want to believe and what you want to take into account is your prerogative. You asked me a question, why?
Oh.
And I've given an answer.
Okay,
You
let's
don't
come-
want to deal with it, you want to ignore it, that's your call.
Let's come back to this.
Yes, please.
This is a message in writing.
Yes.
Anything that she told
Not to
you,
me.
Yes, anything that she might have told you, which gave rise to what you might have concluded on the 29th of November, concerns speaking without thinking, in your words.
I think that's what she said, yes. I'm not changing that.
Okay.
But
So here she stepped
It
out
would
of a
mean the same
meeting
thing,
with you.
in my view.
Stepped out of the meeting with you in August. She put her thoughts down in writing and sent it to her two closest associates.
yes,
Right. Let me suggest to you that there really is no reason for her to lie to them. Correct?
on what basis do you make that suggestion?
Because she by now has confessed to you, to Ms. Lim, to Mr. Faisal. She knows that according to you, it has to be clarified.
Yes.
So, and she's also confessed it to Mr. Nathan and Ms. Low, and sought counsel from them as to what to do. So why would she go to the senior leadership of Workers' Party and then lie in a closed forum to her own associates who are helping her about your reaction?
Mr. Tong.
How would that help her?
Mr. Tong, I cannot answer how it would help her. I can only tell you what she told us in what I told her, what was communicated in my house on the 8th of August. And this rendition of what has happened is a complete, utter fabrication. It's a lie. It's
Okay.
a bare lie.